So in this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up your blogs. You want to start at the London District Catholic School Board website. You're going to scroll down to see useful links. You'll choose Office 365 for students. Now, I'm a teacher, so I'm going to choose this one. Now, you're going to choose your, you're going to type in your email, which is your student number at 365. So you're going to place Office with 365. .ldcsb.on.ca, and then you're going to add your password, which is the same password you use to access any board computer. You'll sign in, and remember, this will take you to your email and to the online version of all sorts of tools, but the one we are interested in right now is just this one right here, Sites. So you click on Sites. And you will choose this little gray gear up in the top corner. You'll choose Site Settings. Oh, my apologies. Actually, you'll choose Site Contents. Sorry about that. And you'll scroll down here until you see New Subsite. You'll give your subsite a title, and you can give a quick description if you want. I would suggest giving a title that makes it really easy for everyone else to know this is yours. So your first name, your last name, something like that, just to help out your teacher and your fellow colleagues identify your blog. You want to give it a URL name. Keep it something really simple. Don't add any special characters like a period or a hashtag or an @ symbol. Down here, you want to choose blog. Really important. Make sure you don't leave it on team site or project site. Now, just as a test here. Okay, well, no, I'll leave that blank. Use same permissions as parent site. And we'll keep all of these exactly the same, and you're going to hit create. Now, because I've already created several of these blogs, I'm just going to go back to my sites to show you what it'll look like once you've actually created it. So once you actually create your blog, you should see a page that looks a lot like this. Now, a couple things I'll point out to you really quickly. If you go over here, you can change the look of your blog. You can create posts just by clicking here, and I've already shown you how that gives you the option to create blog entries in a way that will remind you very much of your email. So as soon as you start typing in the major text box here, you see all the controls you're used to associating with Word and that sort of thing. Notice too that you can insert interactive content. So if you know something about HTML, there's some code you want to include, you can play around with that here. And you can also insert pictures, videos, links. So for example, for video directly from YouTube should work and that sort of thing. Now I'm going to hit cancel out of this, because what I want to do is I want to show you how to give people permissions to see your blog, this and to comment. That's a two-step process, basically because the blogging feature and the comment feature are two separate ones, so we have to add permissions for both. So what we'll do first, on our blog, make sure it says whatever your blog is here. You can hit share, and you're going to start entering the list of people in your class. Now, that list is going to be supplied by Mr. Hassan. Make sure that you start with their last name first. So if I'm looking for someone in our board named John McGoy, see how it already automatically detects that, right? If I type in, say, Hassan, you'll see it'll give me the one it expects, and that's only because I've emailed him once or twice. But you can see everyone else in the board who has that last name. It's really important that you read these carefully and you pick the right one. So for example, there are two Mr. Hassans who teach. I want to make sure I add Mr. Hassan. You see how it autofills there. You want to keep adding everyone and just make sure you get everyone on there. Now, really important, before we go any further, you can hit show options. Really important. Okay, so I'll hide them and I'll show them again for you. Send an email invitation. Just leave that on for now, and I'll tell you why a little bit later. Really important here on this one, we want to change this from contribute to read. The reason why we want to do that is if you leave it on contribute and we send this to Mr. Hassan now can write on your blog as if he is you, and that's bad. So what we want to do is make sure that it's on read. Now the advantage of keeping this checked, send an email invitation, that's a really, really easy way to make sure that that people know how to get to your blog. And I'll show you why that's a little important later. So I'm going to hit share. So Mr. Hassan now can read this blog. Now that takes care of the reading. Now if I want Mr. Hassan to be able to comment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to right here where it says manage comments. And right here you can see share again, right? Same basic premise. So I'm going to hit share. The window looks just like last time. I'm going to hit the names all again. I know that's a bit of a pain, but two advantages this time. You only have to do this once, and the Microsoft should kind of auto-detect the people you added last time, so it should go a little faster. Now I'm going to leave it like that. And this time when I show options, we want to make sure it is on contribute. We want people to have the ability to actually comment, so this will allow them to comment. So I'm going to hit share again. Okay, so I've set up my blog. We're ready to go. I'm going to click on home here so I can get back to my main page. So great, we've got the blog set up. At this point, we don't even know how to reach each other's blogs. So I'm going to show you why those emails that we kept checked are so important. Now, if we go back to our sites page here, you notice that I've got a whole bunch here, and that's because I have started following a whole bunch of blogs from previous classes and from other teachers and that sort of thing. You probably have nothing here. You might see your own blog, but there's a really good chance you see absolutely nothing. So the advantage of that email I mentioned before is this. If everyone does this step and you go to your mail, what you should have is a list of every email that you sent to everyone else, that kind of auto-detected, right? So you should find a whole bunch of emails from everyone in your class that says something like, here's the site that this person shared with you, go to Mr. Pedrick's blog. All right? So what you're going to have to do is go to everybody's blog, and then once you're on that person's blog, as soon as you hit as soon as you hit follow, you'll see this message pop up, and it says in my case you're already following the site. But what that does is when next time you go to the site's page, your list will be populated with everyone's blog, and that will simplify the process of commenting on each other's work a great deal. All right. So I hope this tutorial helped you, and I hope that it was reasonably clear. And I wish you the best of luck with your blogging.